I think it was 2000. Um, I have a little history with history. They wanted the curator of the museum in Toronto or Ottawa was on Newsworld. He wanted to auction off Hitler's Mercedes for $1 million on eBay, and he made the news saying that he just didn't want any depiction of Hitler and his dummies in the shiny Mercedes with these beautiful uniforms all shined up. Meanwhile, it was such a tragedy, the Holocaust and World War II, granted. But he wanted to get rid of any depiction of a slick and glamorous image of an evil Hitler, and he just wanted to get rid of it and sell it off on eBay and make $1 million to raise money for the museum. So it was on CBC News World. I think it was 2000. And they said, why don't you take some calls from the people listening? And I was just getting ready. I wasn't watching, but about 6 or 7 phone calls came from men in the Ontario area. And they all said, no, that's ours. Don't get rid of it. That's ours. And each one kind of said the same thing. And the News World lady says to this curator of the thing, who is an expert in World War II, and he was a Jewish guy who was curating the museum, but they said after about 6 or 7 complaints, they said, what do you think of this reaction from Canadians? He says, oh, no, we got to get our money to get rid of those horrible exhibits. We don't want any shiny, beautiful car and those dummies with the big red, beautiful outfits. It was a horrible thing. We just want to show the tragedy and quagmire of World War II. It was a terrible, terrible thing that happened. Fine. So she said, so all these people said, no, we want to keep our trophies, or we want it. And she said, after so many men called in and said, what do you think of that? He said, I think that's just a necrophiliac attitude. He used the word necrophiliac in their thing. So I phoned in from the West Coast. I was the last person, and they said, well, we don't have time for you to put you on air, but tell us what you want to say. And I told them, and they said, okay, we're going to put you on air. And I was the only woman and the only West Coast person that phoned in, and I said, hi, he said it's a slick and glamorous image of an evil man. And he said, yeah.